This is the business endeavor I chose that allowed me to take $60,000 in startup costs and turn it into $500,000 while scaling myself out of the business. Now, I only work 2.5 days a month, every month in my business. Thank you for calling Ship Las Vegas. Maybe you're looking to expand your current business portfolio and you're looking for a low maintenance, low overhead business that will add profits and cash revenue to your portfolio without a lot of legwork. Maybe you work a 9-to-5 job and you've been looking for a business opportunity to become your own business owner and take control of your schedule and your life. Maybe you know that you want to enter the world of entrepreneurship, but you're just not sure how, and you need a push. You need the blueprint, you need the mentorship, you need the details. After taking time to intensively learn about this business model myself, boots on the ground, I then was able to build a company based on the mentorship that I received. I'm talking about independent mailbox rental pack and ship stores. Think like a UPS franchise store, but it's an independent store that's able to service all of the carriers: UPS, FedEx, Postal Service, DHL, the sky's the limit. There are 23 million sole proprietors in the United States, and many of our mailbox customers are actually small business owners. These are folks who started a small business or a side hustle initially out of their home, and they needed a business address to utilize to receive business correspondence, put on their business filing paperwork, and also have a safe, secure place to receive their packages. My background started in law. I worked in a law firm that did litigation and business bankruptcy. From there, I really learned the ins and outs, and it was a great precursor before going into business myself. My first company was a cupcake company called Sin City Cupcakes. And we had that bakery for 11 years. I learned so much during that process, but one of the key things that that bakery taught me was that I could have my own company as long as I team up with an operations partner and we put together the processes and procedures that you'll need to be successful to eventually scale yourself up out of the business. I then went on to build a business portfolio that includes a real estate brokerage, a venture capital firm, an e-commerce brand, and several other businesses. When I came upon this business model of the independent mailbox rental pack and ship stores, I knew that I wanted to have a business, given my past background, that was not a perishable product, been there, done that was not going to cost me an arm and a leg on the build out, again, been there, done that, was not going to be a business that required me to be very staff heavy to operate, and I was not looking to start another business that would have clients calling me after hours. To be clear, this is not a get-rich-quick scheme type of business where if you open in 4 months, then you're going to be making hundreds of thousands of dollars in revenue. Is that possible? Maybe. The reality is that this is a long-term business that you can build as a legacy or you could build it to sell eventually. What I can guarantee is that it's a low maintenance, low overhead, low staff needed business that won't require you to be there day to day as long as you have an excellent operator. What I love about mailbox rentals are that they're essentially mini storage units. Has anyone ever told you to go invest in storage unit facilities? I've been told that many times. One of the things I didn't like about it was that it was such a large footprint. It needed a lot of real estate, and it also needed people to staff it. Owning mailbox rental pack and ship stores has been one of the best business decisions that I've ever made in my career. What really attracted me to the independent store model is that I wasn't beholden to any sort of franchise fees, royalty fees, marketing fees, nor stipulations put on the business by the franchise. With other franchise organizations, they may tell you how many staff are required to be working the floor at any given time. They may dictate the layout of your store and actually prohibit you from putting more money into those money-making items like more mailboxes into your store. Going independent gives you maximum flexibility to be able to operate and design the store however best fits you and your community. For example, at our stores, we have essentially what's considered a bookshelf that allows for the community to come in and donate any unused books that they no longer want anymore, and they can take any books that they would like to read for themselves. If you had a franchise, most likely you would have to ask your franchise representative if you were allowed to do any sort of special promotions or things like that related to some community work that you wanted to host in the store. And they may have the option to decline that. With an independent store, you have the ultimate flexibility to run the store however you see fit to provide needs that really help your community. In relation to owning the store, one of the best things you can do is learn from others. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. Independent mailbox rental pack and ship stores have been around for decades. I didn't invent this business model, but I learned from someone who had already been there, done that. I paid a colleague of mine who owned an independent store himself $10,000 so that I could follow him around and basically train in his store for several weeks. And I captured all of his processes with his consent, and I built out SOPs, standard operating procedures, that I could then use to open up my own stores. And that's exactly what I did. There are several takeaways that are required, in my opinion, to have a successful store, including but not limited to location. You want to be surrounded by high-density residential. You want to have great staff who really cares about customer service. As a result, when we're hiring for my stores, I'm less concerned with that person's experience in the packing and shipping industry. In fact, if they used to work for the post office, sometimes that could be a red flag. I would much rather hire folks who are coming from food service, who are coming from retail jobs, like clothing stores, for example, where they're used to leading forward with great customer service, because essentially these independent stores are a retail location that offers mailbox rentals and shipping services. I'm a former Miss Nevada, and giving back to the community has long been a part of my identity and certainly a part of my brand as well. In building this e-course and an opportunity to help other people fulfill their dreams of becoming a small business owner has not only been very fulfilling for me, but totally inspiring to see my course students actually go on and open their own independent store in markets all around the United States. Austin, Orlando, outside of Nashville, the list goes on, and it's been so inspiring to see them and be part of their journey. If you're ready to replicate the success of this model, let me help you. I will show you the exact blueprint, the exact SOPs that I used to get my stores up and running and continue to operate today. First, you'll get access to the full course. This is over 35 plus modules, all the downloads, all the resource zip files, all the exact SOPs that we actually use within my stores every day to keep it running smoothly. You'll also have access to our mailbox community. This is a community of our students, including the dozens of students that have gone out and actually opened their own store in their respective city and town. This community is highly interactive, highly engaged. There are daily posts that are in there, and I'm actually engaging in there daily as well. And you'll also receive access to our weekly community group calls. We're calling this our Mailbox Mastermind. This is going to consist of live weekly calls that are happening every single week. You'll also receive complimentary business consultation services from one of our partners, Prime Corporate Services. They've helped thousands of startups create their entities, get the tax advice they need, get all the business services that they need to get set up properly and get on their way. We're super excited to partner with them and have worked out a really great deal with them to get you guys a complimentary business consultation service with their team as well. I would love to see you on our weekly mastermind calls. I'd love for you to be part of this community and get a chance to support you in this journey. If you have any questions at all, please feel free to click the link below so that you can book a call with one of our team members so that we can answer any questions you might have. And I look forward to seeing you in the Mailbox community.